Welcome to the next guest from the 973 show. And with me today is a very talented youngster, an actor, a model, a lawyer, and of course, a dancer as well, Sneha Ajith.
Thank you so much for the
Sneha, welcome to the show.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction.
Sneha, good to have you here. It has been a long-awaited invitation pending. I know you've been busy running up and down from the country outside, wherever you have to, your engagements, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
And you're no different from the handful of guests that I've had on the next guest. You wear different hats. You're an actor, you're a model, you're a dancer, and of course, you're a lawyer.
Yes.
Different hats, isn't it?
Very different.
Where do we start? Which is the one that is closest to your heart?
Right now, acting. Acting is close to my heart.
I can understand that because I think you're doing some wonderful projects, isn't it? Congratulations on the latest success, which is Anakin Indica.
Thank you so
much.
much.
I had this privilege of meeting the rest of the crew members from Bahrain, the cast from Bahrain.
Yes.
We missed you on that show.
I know, it was
Let's
a
begin
wonderful
on that. എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു feedback? Anakin Indica.
So the film is a very sensitive topic and it's a very suburban story. And in that, you initially had this jitter about whether people will be able to receive it. But we're so pleasantly surprised at the kind of feedback we've been getting. I think whenever we went to different places to promote the film, they told us it's so relatable that such a struggle is in every family. To everyone keeps asking you sometime in your life, Anakin Indica, which means what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Yes.
Yeah. So whatever you do, I have myself faced that when I shifted my careers from I'm still working, but when I completely shifted to Kerala to pursue my career in acting, everyone had asked me the same question. What's wrong with you? Why would you leave your comforts and then move to a completely different career, want to start over in a very not so familiar atmosphere? So I think it's a question we are dealt with more often than not. And so this film kind of was relatable despite it being a very suburban story of Mukkam. So I was glad that people related to the film and liked my character Shahina. So playing a Muslim character, oru Muslim kathapaatram cheyyunnathu aadyamayittirunnu. Shahina is a very shy, introverted, actually a very extroverted, very bold girl, but she's also shy and she's demure because her surroundings want her to be that way.
Yeah.
So she's in that convoluted mindset. So to play someone as restricted in her household was different to me because my upbringing was very different from that. My parents had given me the wings to fly. So to play that character gave me a completely different insight into somebody like her and her life. So I enjoyed the process, and when people say nice things about your work after they've watched the film, that's a great feeling as well.
Actually, you gave me a totally different perspective of the movie.
Yeah.
When I spoke to the others, they did take me through the storyline and how that one particular community is sidelined.
Yeah.
But Anakin Indica depth ille, what's wrong with you? Now you make me think as well. I have faced that question as well. I think everybody faces. Good, thank you for that. Sneha, dub ചെയ്തതും സ്നേഹ തന്നെയല്ലേ ആ മൂവിയിൽ? You speak good Malayalam, isn't it?
I speak very good Malayalam, and in this particular film I had to speak the local accent.
ഞാൻ അത് ചോദിക്കാൻ വരെയായിരുന്നു. അത് പഠിച്ചെടുക്കാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നോ?
So initially ഒരു വളരെ ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് ആണ്. നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ സംസാരിക്കുന്ന മലയാളത്തിൽ നിന്നും വളരെ വ്യത്യാസമുണ്ട് കോഴിക്കോട് ഭാഗത്തെ ഭാഷയിൽ. I had a good team with me that kind of helped me. In the direction team were people who were from Kozhikode, locally from Mukkam. So I would sit down with them before the shoot, and take down the pronunciation of each and every word and try and speak in that accent as much as I possibly could, and then deliver it.
Where are you from?
I'm from Trivandrum in Kerala.
Okay, I can understand the It's totally different. Yeah.
But I'm also a third culture kid, so I've lived in Bahrain and Middle East, right? So my accent is not Trivandrum accent or Kottayam accent or Kozhikode accent. I don't have a particular accent. So that kind of helped me gel well into this as well. And I have a lot of friends from various parts of Kerala. When you study in Middle East, you kind of encounter a lot of Malayalis from different parts of Kerala. So that kind of helped me. I would be able to relate. I have seen somebody like this in Middle East. But obviously this film and the story was quite different. But language-wise, I tried my best.
Right. So the acting part, I can see that is your passion.
Yeah.
And I think you have recently, which is your latest project?
I've just completed filming Bazooka with Mammooty, the Mammooty sir, and that was a great experience.
Tell us about that experience. എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടായിരുന്നു to be on the frame with the legend?
Yeah. Oh, he's a very... So I think the ice broke after the first few days when I told him I was a lawyer.
Okay.
And so was he.
Yeah.
So
you
was
could
he.
relate. Okay.
So I think he doesn't speak to a lot of people on set because they always come with like there's a sense of apprehension because what if they ask me too many questions? What if it becomes a liability? So Mammooka doesn't speak to a lot of people. But then when he figured that I was a lawyer, he kind of like spoke to me a lot actually.
That's nice,
and he told me about his life experiences and how in a very similar trajectory, he also was expected to be a successful lawyer, and he was, and then shifting from that to like films kind of was a big change for him, and I could relate to that as well. So it was a very good experience, and overall working with him is an incredible experience. And the set was it's a very big film, so everything was very well organized, and there was a lot of decorum and like attention to detail. That was new for me, and I really enjoyed the process.
Right. Irrespective, it's a moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a life moment to get to be with such a great actor on the same.
Yeah.
All the best and congratulations on that. And I hope and wish that you pursue your acting career and may it all be bright and positive.
Thank you.
Coming to your Bahrain days, I'm sure Bahrain was the ground, isn't it, which set you right or groomed up. Tell us more about your childhood and a little bit about family. I know, of course, little bit about your family. I know both your parents, lovely set of parents and a sister, but tell us more for the audience, please.
For me, Bahrain was actually my playing ground for every single thing I've done in my life because the opportunities initially came when I was in Bahrain. The youth festivals that was conducted by different associations in Bahrain is what I took part in first. The reason why I don't have any stage fright is because obviously my mom was the pivotal part of that. She would literally send me to every single competition, and not in a way that was like burdensome to me as a student or a child. She would ask me what I wanted to do, and if I showed any kind of interest in that field of work, she nurtured it. So she gave me opportunities to do every single type of gig, be it poem recitation, mono act, or dance, different forms of dance, music, all of that I've been able to do or venture into because of my mom and the opportunities that Bahrain has given me. My first beauty pageant was May Queen Bahrain. Yeah, and so that got me into modeling, and a lot of such doors that Bahrain has opened for me have been the primary reason for me to be in that. So I'm extremely grateful to this really tiny archipelago that keeps pulling me back. Wherever I go, it pulls me back.
Irrespective of the generation that you belong to, irrespective of the age of the guests that I've had on my show, everybody, irrespective of any interviews, whatever stage they are, they always speak of this magnetic charm of this beautiful island. It keeps pulling people to itself. Hats off to the rulers and the leaders of this country.
Absolutely.
You just mentioned about modeling, and I think you've also done a couple of ads, isn't it? Some brilliant ones. I think the recent one was the Tata Motors one.
Yeah, the Tata Motors.
Tell us a bit about that.
So all of these gigs that I get are all through auditioning. And that was initially difficult for me because I didn't have the contacts or I didn't know the agencies. I know the right people who'd be casting for the right things. So I had to really put all my, energy at work to get the right contacts, be at the right place at the right time. So getting the ads as well for me personally, because it gives me a lot of camera experience. And those 2 days when you work on set, first of all, ads do pay well. And then they do a good job at finishing everything on time. So it's a great experience for you as well as an actor to groom your skill sets. So I've been auditioning to get a lot of ads, and I've been lucky enough to do some work with some wonderful brands, like you said recently, Tata Motors or Amrutveni, Chavra Matrimony.
Amrutveni, you featured alongside Mamta, right?
Yes, Mamta Mohan.
So how was it two Bahrain-bred women on the same platform?
We're of different experiences in life, but I could feel a palpable sense of connection because of Bahrain.
Bahrain, yeah.
Yes. The upbringing or the kind of lifestyle that she had with her family in Bahrain was very similar to mine. So I could easily relate to her lifestyle. We had a very good bonding and we spoke a lot. And she's somebody I really look up to.
Indeed.
Because of the way she has conducted herself and made her own space in the industry such a competitive market. And she's like carved her niche. So that's something I really admire. So I shared that with her as well and became a wonderful friend of mine. Yeah.
Great. Coming to the dancing part.
Yeah.
You're a trained dancer, isn't
Yes.
it? What have you trained yourself in? What genre of dance?
I've trained in Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam, Kuchipudi, and Kathak.
Okay.
And I've also obviously tried my best at K-pop or other dance forms, which I enjoy. Obviously, cinematic dance is a big part of our lives because wherever you go for shows, they ask you to do film songs.
Okay.
And so you have to be good at semi-classical and Bollywood as well.
Do you still continue that, or do you still get time to dance?
Yeah, I always say that dance is my best friend, and I've always had. It's like you can take your best friend for granted, even if you don't call your best friend for 1 year or 2 years. He or she will understand. You can start from where you left off. So that's dance for me. It's been a constant companion.
That's a beautiful comparison. I like it.
Yeah, I always say that dance is my best friend, and acting is my lover. You have to pursue it so much, but at the same time, dance is always there for me. You can take it for granted, through which is what I got my first film as well, and so I'll never be able to leave that out from my life. Yeah.
Okay. Now coming to the last but not least, the lawyer part. How did you end up being a lawyer? Was that your choice of career?
Yeah, that was my choice of career. And my parents are not the kind of people who would put any pressure in you have to focus on this academic career or anything. They asked me what I wanted to be. And I found myself being a lawyer more than any other options that I had at the time. And I enjoyed being able to speak your mind a lot and your independence that you get. And I thought that was more in the field of law. And it gave me a lot of confidence. Studying and also working as a lawyer, it made me a lot more independent because something that I had as an asset, I still do, is my work experience in the corporate environment. And that I got being a lawyer, being a legal and compliance officer of a big company in Bahrain. And that still, when I go to ask for work in a different industry, I feel like I have something so solid with me. That's my confidence and that's my strength. So the legal career is something I'm indebted to for life, yeah.
Great. And you're from Kerala.
Yes.
And you're born and brought up in Bahrain.
Yes.
I think you studied in the UK and also had a stint of work in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah.
So different cultures. How do you look at these? How did this help in molding you as a person, Sneha Ajith, that you are today?
So the more you travel or the more you live in different places, you take yourself less seriously because you see so many more type of people. You see so many more types of cultures. And that's the kind of exposure that thankfully with my parents' support, I've been exposed to. So that's added a lot of flavor to my craft as well. Now, when I think of acting, every single person I've met or interacted with in different parts of the world, when I've traveled, all of that has added to my personality and the way I deal with people. When you live in just one place, I feel like you are kind of restricted to everything that place exposes you to. The more you travel and the more you get to learn and have experiences, I feel like all of that adds and makes you more humble, and that's what it's done to me. I feel like I understand people a lot better because I've had those experiences, and these places, although culturally different, you kind of understand how human nature is more or less the same. So it's a more deeper understanding into life that I've been gifted with.
Right. 10 years from now, where do you see yourself, Sneha?
I see myself happy and in peace of mind.
Okay. And that's what matters.
That's absolutely
what matters.
The only thing that matters. So I want to be happy, healthy, and have a lot of peace of mind, not just me. And I also want my family to be in the same, happy, healthy, peaceful stage of life. And for that, whatever is necessary at the time. So as we go, I'm not able to predict what I want in the next 3 years. My desires and dreams keep changing, evolving, becoming bigger. And I want it it to be that way. I don't want to put a full stop on it and say this is what I want. Maybe I want something bigger. So I let myself evolve the way I have to, and I hope my family and all my loved ones and everybody can evolve that way, so that they don't set any particular, this is where I want to stop. I feel like I leave it out to the open. Obviously, I have my secret desires which I want to fulfill, and if that happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, I'm never gonna put that pressure on me and say it's because of me. I let myself kind of be. So yeah.
Right. Before we wind up the show, out of curiosity, do you remember any dialogue from Anakin Indica which you want to share with the audience?
Oh my gosh, let me have a think. I feel like I do remember. Oh, there was this one dialogue which is also in the teaser where my Umma...
Umma is, I think, Jaya Menon?
No, it's not Jaya Menon. It's Preeti.
Preeti,
yes.
yeah.
She was the one who was supposed to, who came to me and who said, whom are you talking to? I said, I'm not talking to anyone. And then she kept persisting. I said, "Njan Salman oda samsarikkunnathu." And she goes like, "Edu Salman?" And I said, "Nammude Dulqer Salman." So that was, I really enjoyed performing that when I was doing that, because it was such a genuine reaction. I feel like even I would react to my mom like that. You know how daughters and moms, they have a particular equation. There's always a like Tom and Jerry vibe. Right, so I really enjoyed performing that scene. Yeah. So that's always close to me.
Right. Thank you, Sneha, for joining us. It was great talking to you.
Yes.
Oonakalamana, Oonam Kazhinju. Ee oru episode varumboyekku Oonam Kazhiyum, but still. One last thought. Onam in Bahrain. What are your memories? Where does it take you to?
Most of my Onams were in Bahrain, because inevitably during that time of the year when it's vacation season, you all end up being at home with your family. So most of my wonderful memories of even Atta Pookalam and everything, like barring from the ones that you spend in Kerala in your dad's native or your mom's native place, were all in Bahrain. So I enjoy the fiesta mostly because I can stay with my family, and I would call it more of a family festive season. So I hope everyone gets to enjoy that time with their loved ones.
Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot for the wonderful interview.
So that was the beautiful Sneha Ajith with us on the next guest. So do wait for our inspiring, exciting and engaging next guest.